Hello and welcome to today's lecture. We're going to do a review of the flying seed, the instructions and the techniques, and then we will focus on the harmonics of the IM seeds. This is to make sure that everyone is prepared to do your course of the holy season, which is going to come up here in just a few weeks. So let's go ahead and get started. Lantos began our instruction of the flying seed, once we had the flying seed tool, with something called the sunrise seeds, the IM seeds. And this is a good place for us to spend some of our time focusing, because those seeds, the inception, appellation, and mission seeds, happen to be very important. And they play a large role in the harmonics. So I want to make sure that everyone is very comfortable with this, that you know how to find these seeds and that you know how to enliven them. Your inception seed is based on your time, date, location of birth. Go to our website and then you'll be transferred over to the Flying Seed website. There you will have an option to find your inception seed. Do that, enter your date, time, location of birth, and it will tell you your inception seed number. Once you find that number, it's never going to change because your time and date and location of birth isn't going to change. So that will be a permanent number for you. Your appellation seed number, again, you go to the website, you go to the Flying Seed website, you will follow the links for the appellation seed, and you will enter your name. Now, it is based on your commonly used name, your first name, whatever people call you by. So if they only call you by your last name, if your last name is Smith and everyone calls you Smith, then you would actually use Smith as your commonly used name. But let's say that your name is Susan, but everyone calls you Susie, then your commonly used name would be Susie. So a nickname or anything else, whatever people commonly use for you, that is going to be what determines your appellation seed number. That will, the website will give you a number for that, your seed number. Then your mission seed. For those of you who have not attended the teacher training course, you find your mission seed every morning. You throw the moonwings, let fly the moonwings using the intent, I am thy instrument, and you get a new mission seed every morning. And this is because when you are not in the extremely pure environment of the Eastern Gate in Taiwan, the Western Gate in Los Angeles, or the Seat of Eternal Light in Hawaii, then there can be disturbances, negativity in the environment that interferes with the signal that your moonwings receive that tell you your mission seed. And so every day you let fly the moonwings a new time each morning to get a new mission seed for the day. If you have attended the Eastern Gate or Western Gate, or the Seat of Eternal Light in Hawaii, and you threw the moonwings there, then you found 3 mission seeds. One of them is your permanent mission seed. That one will last until you go to the seat or the gates again and want to throw it again, but there's no need to do that. So that becomes your permanent mission seed. And of course, every morning you are supposed to enliven these 3 seeds along with the daily seed for 3 to 5 minutes each. So that is our instruction that Lantos gave us half a year ago for enlivening the IM seeds. This is still something that we do every day, and it is still something that's so important that many of the new instructions Lantos gives us is derivative of this initial instruction. Now, how do you enliven a seed? This is basic information, but I want to make sure everyone knows it because you need to be doing this correctly. You have to have the creating course. You have to have taken that course and have the knowledge of the art of creating in order to be able to use the flying seed. So if you have not taken that course, you need to take it. It's on our website. You use the creating technique every time you enliven a seed. So however you find the seed number, whether it is your inception seed number and it was given to you by the website, it is your appellation seed number which was given to you by the website, whether it is your mission seed number given to you by your moon wings, whether it is another seed number, either one that I've given you or that the moon wings gave you for something else. When you get your seed number, you will use the handouts that we've given you. Those handouts will give you all of the information you need to enliven the seed number. They will tell you the primary wheel, the wheel that is used for that seed. They will tell you where on the flying seed tool that seed happens to be located. You will attach the primary wheel onto that seed on the flying seed, either directly on top of it, above it, or to the right of it. You will not, however, attach it underneath it or to the left of it. So it's either above it, right on top of it, or to the right of the seed. That is where you will attach the wheel for that seed. Then you will do the creating practice using the seed phrase as your intent. So you will, just like you do the creating technique, you will start out with the seed phrase as your intent. You don't need to allow for the purification of the intent because the seed phrase will remain the same no matter what. You start, you introduce the seed phrase. Then you focus on the blue, pink, and yellow of the Wheel of Hope, the threefold aspect of the source of creation. You do this until you feel a warmth within your heart. Then you take your mind off of the three colors, put it back on your heart, the warmth within your heart specifically, and then you reintroduce the seed phrase within the warmth within your heart. Then you let the seed phrase go, and you focus on the warmth within your heart. And the seed phrase will naturally come back to you. When it does, reintroduce it within the warmth within your heart. Then let the seed phrase go again. Continue to focus on the warmth within your heart. The seed phrase will naturally come back to you again. When it does, introduce it a third time within the warmth within your heart. You should do this so that you introduce it at least 3 times. You can do it more than that, but you should reintroduce that seed phrase within the warmth within your heart at least 3 times. Let's say that your seed that you want to enliven is the World Mother seed, seed number 8. The primary wheel for this seed happens to be dark blue progress. And for the first 9 seeds, those wheels are not actually placed on the flying seed tool. The first seed is located at the apex of the 8-sided pyramid, and then seeds 2 through 9 are located along the base of the 8-sided pyramid, one at each of the 8 points of the 8-sided pyramid. So because there's no place to put the wheels on the flying seed tool, the instruction is to place the wheel on the chamber of eternal light that is within the flying seed tool. Just position them anywhere, position the wheel anywhere on the chamber of eternal light. That will be how you position this wheel because it's seed number 8. Dark blue progress, position it on the chamber of eternal light. Then we know the intent. The intent is the seed phrase, Song of the Deep. So we would start out with Song of the Deep. Then we would focus on the blue, pink, and yellow, visualize the blue, pink, and yellow of the Wheel of Hope, the threefold aspect of the source of creation. Do that until you feel a warmth within your heart. Then you return your attention onto your heart, specifically on the warmth within your heart. Then you would introduce within the warmth within your heart, silently, the seed phrase, Song of the Deep. You would let the phrase go. You would continue to focus on the warmth within your heart, and at some point, perhaps only a few seconds later, perhaps several seconds or a minute later, that seed phrase will come back to you, Song of the Deep. And when it does, you reintroduce it again, silently within the warmth within your heart, Song of the Deep. You let it go. You continue to focus on the warmth within the heart. Then, when that seed phrase comes back to you a third time, you will, a third time again, introduce it silently within the warmth within your heart. Song of the Deep. That is how you would enliven seed number 8. And it is that same process that you use to enliven any of the 81 seeds. The only difference will be which wheel you use and where it is positioned on the flying seed tool. But everything else will be the same, except of course for the seed phrase. So that is how we go ahead and enliven the seeds. Now, another thing that Lantos taught us about 2 months ago, he introduced the concept of a reflective seed. The flying seed tool has two sides of it. The side that you can see, which starts at a point at the top and goes down to its widest point, which is the spiraling part. The base spiral is the widest point of the flying seed tool. Then the reflection of the flying seed tool continues from that wide spiral at the base, going downward to a point underneath. You don't get to see that. It is energetic. It is the reflective seeds, the reflective flying seed, and it is represented by the chamber of eternal light that is placed within your flying seed tool. To find your reflective seed for any normal seed, because every seed has a reflective seed, you simply use the handout that we've provided to you, but you can also just do it in your head. You can do it mathematically. Take your seed number and subtract that number from the number 82. Whatever the result is, that seed number is your reflective seed. So, for example, if your seed number is 10, you would take 82 minus 10. That leaves you with 72. 72 would be the reflective seed of seed 10. So this is how you find the reflective seeds. This is also going to become important as we talk more about harmonics. So let's introduce the concept of harmonics. About 4 or 5 months ago, I read to you a long message from Lantos talking about harmonics, about how everything in creation interacts with everything else. And that interaction can create something. You are the result of lots of energy bands intersecting at a specific point in time, and then your inception takes place at that location, at that moment in time. Even great bodies, great celestial bodies, planets, stars, they are not randomly positioned. They're positioned because of the harmonics. Various energy bands that intersect in certain locations at certain times, and then something is created in that location. This is the concept of harmonics. Now, we've introduced the idea of harmonics between people, interpersonal harmonics. One person can have a harmonic relationship with another, meaning that it is supportive of each of their lives, or two people could have a relationship that is not harmonic. Now, that doesn't mean that it's bad by definition. It just means that it is not going to be as easy, as free of conflict, and as supportive as a relationship that has a greater harmonic value would be. Now, if we take that concept, harmonics between two people, and we apply it to just one person, this gives us the harmonics of the I am seeds. Your inception seed number will have a harmonic value with your appellation seed number. Your appellation seed number will have a harmonic value with your mission seed number. These values will have different levels of importance. The inception and appellation seed harmonic relationship is most important, and it should be fully harmonic. Then the appellation and mission seed harmonic value should still be good, but it is not quite as important as that of the inception and the appellation. So the inception to appellation seed harmonic value is most important. Appellation to mission seed value is important, though not quite as important as the inception to appellation seed. How do you find out your inception seed to appellation seed harmonic value and on like that? For those of you who attended the teacher training course, you already have the answer to this, and you already know that we spent a lot of time on it, and it's very confusing. But fortunately, we can simply take you to a web page where you enter this information, and it gives you your results automatically. So let's take a look at how you would do this. You would pull up our website, biogenesis.us, and on the home page, simply scroll to the bottom. At the bottom right, the button says Course for the Holy Season 2018. Go ahead and click on that button. It's going to take you to the page for the Course for the Holy Season 2018. After we actually do the course will be located on this page, but right now it just gives you the instructions. When it's going to be, that it's going to be online, YouTube, and here on this page, and the cost, which of course is free. We want everyone to be able to attend the course to learn the information completely for free. Then it gives you the words from Lantos telling you what the course is going to be about, and underneath that there is a button that says check the harmonics of your IM seeds. So if you need to find the harmonic value, which nearly all of you do, go ahead and click on that button. It's going to take you over to the flyingseed.org and a harmonics portal on that website. If you scroll down to the bottom of that page, on the right-hand side it says harmonics calculators. And then several bits of information it needs you to enter. Your full name and your email address. That's especially important if you are ordering a service like a location harmonics consultation, so that we know who you are and how to reach you. But then it asks for your commonly used first name. This is to establish your appellation seed. Your mission seed, if you have it, enter that. Then you put in your date of birth. So let's say that someone is born, Jane is born on February 1st, 1970 at 5 a.m. in the city of Dallas, state of Texas. Now once you've entered that information, go to the bottom. You've got 4 options. 3 of them cost money. So let's ignore those 3 for right now. Let's go to the free one. It says name analysis. So click on that and click continue. And it tells you how harmonic, what the harmonic relationship value is between your inception seed and your appellation seed. Ideally, this value is going to be 100%. Your name will support your life, your inception, 100%. For those of you who attended the teacher training course, this would be a +3 harmonic value. So this is something that you should do. If you include your mission, then it is slightly different. Okay, so our course of the Holy Season. It's going to talk about the flying seed. We've gone through an exhaustive basic review of the flying seed information here. And then it's going to instruct you on the leaves of the flying seed. Those are the cards. Now, when you receive the box sets, the leaves are beautiful, and you're going to think they're perhaps made of plastic or something like that. They're not. They're actually made of silk, and the ink is printed on the silk. They come in a box set with 2 moon wings. You already have 2 moon wings if you ordered the box set. Those are extras. These come with the leaves. And then you will learn how to use the leaves. You will learn how to additionally use the moon wings. We have some instruction on the moon wings. we anticipate we will get more further instruction on the moonwings during this course of the holy season. So both of those are going to be fun for all of us and exciting. And then we're going to learn more about the harmonics of the I am seeds. If you go on our website and you go through that process, it will tell you the harmonic value of your inception and your appellation seed. For those of you who did attend the teacher training course and you have your permanent mission seed, it will also give you a value for all three of them. That value is not likely to be 100%. Anything above 80% when you include the mission is going to be just fine. So we will go through that instruction and that information in the course of the holy season. Okay. Next week, in fact, the next 2 weeks, we are going to be talking a lot about the Song of the Spheres and the Medallion. These are two new tools that Master Tote is releasing to us. And next year is going to be the year of the Song of the Spheres. This is going to present a lot of fascinating, a lot of impressive, a lot of breathtaking information. So next week and the following week, we are going to focus on these two new tools that will be introduced during the month of December because Lantos wants them introduced during the holy season, and then we will be learning about them beginning in January. So I will talk to you about those tools next week and the following week. And then the week after that, on the 16th, we are going to have our course of the holy season, learning about the leaves of the flying seed and further how to use the moon wings, and also making sure that everyone knows how to ensure that their appellation seed is fully supportive of their inception seed, that their I am seed harmonics is sufficient as we move into next year. Okay, everyone. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you next week for what is going to be a very exciting lecture. Have a great week.